Here's how I scaled a fitness community to over 150K a month. If you're a health coach, if you're a fitness coach, if you're a personal trainer, I'm gonna break down the exact steps that I followed around 5 months ago to get to this position. So if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm gonna break down the step-by-step process, how you can get there yourself. So stick around to the end of the video, let's jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to be jumping into exactly how to go about scaling your school community and pretty much the process that I followed. And I'm going to be breaking down everything for you here. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but let's jump into it. Let's go. So pretty much there's three main levers that were pretty much the cause of me scaling my community. There's three levers. I'm going to jump into all three and pretty much give you a breakdown of all of them. Before I do that, I'm going to pretty much tell you a little bit about the current state of the health and fitness market. You may just say, oh, Ashton, just tell me the tactics. How do I, do I run ads? Do I do this? You have to understand the market if you want to understand everything that's happening on a micro level. You have to understand the macro to understand the micro. You have to understand what's happening with the entirety of the tree in order to see the quality of the fruits. Right? So pretty much right now, what we're dealing with is a little bit of a crisis right now. The current state of the health and fitness market is really low on something called trust, really low. And trust is very scarce. I read this book not too long ago called The Post-Truth Era. Pretty much got this book off of one of my mentors, but read this book and it kind of opened my eyes to how little people trust each other. And I especially see this nowadays with the health and fitness market, right? You have things like bold claims just being passed around where it's like, I lose 30 pounds in a month. How to get a six pack in 60 minutes, right? And then you have Ozempic coming out. And look, if you go on Google and you look up lose weight quick, there's everything is lose weight quick, gain muscle quick, gain the belly fat quick. Get X result quick, and there's no like delayed gratification, right? So everyone is kind of like heightened. They're on dopamine mode. They're on TikTok brain, and it's hard for people to focus for an extended period of time and get something done. And even if you're marketing a product, you're not going to say, hey, this is going to take you 3 years to get a six pack. Everyone's going to be like, this is the stuff that sells. How I lost 30 pounds in 1 month. But what it's doing is people are pushing it so hard and it's lowering trust. So if you want to, pretty much what I'm alluding to is trust is really low right now. If you want to dive into this a little bit more, I'd recommend reading this book. It dives into specifically why trust is so low, etc. And then now you have things like Ozempic. You have things that like semaglutide shots, stuff like this, where it's just making it easier, quicker to lose the weight, etc. Right? So pretty much nowadays, everything's becoming easier. So you don't have to put as much effort, quicker, more convenient. So you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to spend money. You could just get it done easier. And then there's no sacrifice or effort. So would you rather, let's say you're a mother with 4 kids, you want to lose 30 pounds. Would you rather go to a plastic surgeon and get a tummy tuck, which takes, let's say, maybe 2 hours? You're out for the day, it hurts, whatever. Or would you rather work out for the next 2 years, right? In that mother's mind, in that middle-aged woman's mind, you could see which one's more of value to her, right? And which one she trusts more, right? So if your product or service does not have the speed, the convenience, all of this shit, Ozempic, like you're competing against these massive companies, all these supplement companies, etc. Like how do you compete in the fitness world? And how do you build trust? So pretty much the strategy that most people take is they try to become the influencer, right? I have people who message me all the time who have, 50,000 followers, 100,000, 200,000 followers. And they're like, hey, I'm only making, I'm only making 50K a year. I'm making $2,000 a month type of thing, right? So people think they need to build this massive audience in order to get trust, which is true to an extent. If you have a lot of people, a lot of followers, people are most likely to trust you, but it's a lot of input for not a lot of output, right? You don't need to be a celebrity, and you don't need to build this massive audience, and you don't need to spend all day posting on social media to get the trust and get the recognition that you actually want. Pretty much, there's another way that actually puts you in competition with the top 5% of the market. So all these fitness influencers that you see, like Jen Selter, Greg O'Gallagher, I can name Alex Eubank, all these Sam Sulek, all these people who are at the very top, the 5% of the market are controlling 95% of the money in that specific industry, right? And in order to compete for that 95% of cash with the 5%, there's another way to do it, which I'm going to share with you right here to get that trust and get that influence that you're looking for. And this brings us to the first lever. So you know how I said out there that there's 3 main levers? This is going to be the first lever. And pretty much the first lever is a law of influence. And it's pretty much the law of influence is giving to get, right? It's the law of reciprocity. So what reciprocity is it's a conditioned response where people are compelled to return the kindness of a gift, even if they don't really want to. So if you read Robert Cialdini, Influence, you realize that reciprocity is critical in terms of influencing people. They've actually done studies and found that if I give someone, let's say $1, they feel indebted, if I ask for more money later because I gave them that small amount. So if I give you $1, then I go ask for $10 a month later, you feel indebted. You can't really make that size comparison, even if it's $1 that what I gave you, right? So if you want to get trust, if you want to get authority, if you want to have this influence like these massive companies and build trust when trust is low, you have to use reciprocity, right? But there's ways to use reciprocity because it's really easy to get, tangled up in how to actually go about that. But pretty much even Alex Hormozi says this. A lot of people say this, and I've been using this as well. That has allowed me to scale this community to 150K a month. Is in order to get, you have to give, right? And if you're giving a lot of value, you're going to get a lot of value back to you. So if you're not making a lot of money, I want you to ask yourself, how much value have you given out, and are you gatekeeping, etc. Right? But there's ways to do this, which I'm going to jump into in this video. So pretty much choose the nature of the indebting first favor and steer the nature of the debt canceling return favor, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so you're going to give something away for free. Pretty much, you are going to position your school community as something that's free. Put all the sauce in there. Everything. I'm going to continue this a little bit later about what to put in it, how to put in it, like things to put in it. The process of getting, I don't know who you are, to joining your community, to getting people to pay you. I'm going to run you through that. But you're going to position your school community as something that's free. You may say, "Oh, Ashton, I just want people paying me $20 a month. If I have 5,000 people paying me $20 a month, that's 1% of my audience." Shut up. You watch too much TikTok. You watch too much Reels. That 1% of the audience converting, that is just like, I don't know where people get that. It's just super dumb. Okay? Like, turn off your brain for a second and just listen to this. So there's actually ways to give something away. And when it comes to giving something away, you can't just like, hey, here's something for free. Like if I come up to you on the street and I say, here's a free banana, you're going to be like, did you do something to that banana? Did you do something to that piece of food that you're going to give me? Right? And you don't value it as much. It's tricky. You're like, But if I come up to you and I say, hey man, I was just at the grocery store and I bought these bananas for $50, $15, whatever. And I found out that XYZ, and you frame it as something that, people want, then it's a little bit different. So we don't just want to give something away and be forgettable. We want to clear ROI and actually make money from this. That's the whole point of this. If I was making this video right now and, this doesn't lead to you following the steps and actually making money from this, or me actually getting to that 150K a month, there's no point in actually doing this process. So you want to make money from this. And 3, you want to pre-frame the free. So you're not just giving something away. You're not just saying, hey, here's my free school community, join. You're framing this as something that's really high value, showing them the value in the actual community, in the course, but they're only getting it for free. So, hey man, like this is like a $10,000 community. People have lost a lot of weight. People have gained a lot of muscle with this. People have gotten X result with this, and they paid over $3,000 for this information, and you're going to be getting it totally for free. See how it frames in their mind as something of value. But pretty much what happens is when it comes to reciprocity, most people pretty much get this one thing wrong. which I'm going to share with you right here. So pretty much, what gives more dopamine? Question: getting something or having something? If I give you a Lamborghini, if I say, hey, here are the keys to a Lamborghini, it's totally yours. For that first 2 days, you're going to feel like Alexander the Great, who just conquered Persia. You're going to feel amazing. But after those 2 days, you're maybe going to start to slow down a bit. You're going to, reach an equilibrium where you're like, okay, I have a Lambo now. I'm still happy, but I'm not as happy as when I first got it. So people get more dopamine from getting something rather than having something. And this is something you have to keep in mind in order to build trust and in order to give something away for free. Because there's a consumer purchasing cycle, right? People go through the stage all the time. You're in the stage, I'm in the stage with several different products, several different things that I'm thinking of buying or you're thinking of buying, etc. Right? People want something, they look for something, they evaluate, and then they make a decision. And then this is after the decision where they get something is when things start to slow down, right? So when someone gets something, this purchase decision, they have, and they get that thing, they have the highest dopamine at that one point. This can be easily correlated to a graph of dopamine and neurotransmitters, oxytocin, serotonin, happiness chemicals, right? So if I give you that Lambo, you're going to feel amazing, but that post-purchase evaluation, slowly you start to reach equilibrium, neurotransmitters level out, and now you're in the same point as you were before where you're looking for a little bit more recognition. You're looking based on kind of where you are in the Maslow's potential hierarchy of needs. Maybe you're looking for respect. Maybe you're looking for women. Maybe you're looking for just more money. You're needing that potential thing that you're looking after, where you started off in the beginning. So what you have to realize is when you're giving something away for free, when you're giving away a school community for free, it's not what's in the school community and the value that they're going to be getting in that school community. That is still important, but it's not that. It's the fact that they have the school community that gives them the most dopamine. The fact that they can use it when they want, right? Exactly. So pretty much, if I give you the school community, you're going to feel amazing. Oh, okay, I can lose weight. I know exactly how to lose weight. I need to follow the steps now. So easy. Okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. That's exactly what they think. I have it, so I can get to it when I get to it. There's no longer have to look, and their dopamine's the highest there, right? So the fact that they have this free community brings them the most dopamine and builds that reciprocity. So pretty much this specifically is going to help your target get the result they actually want. Pretty much how to make this free valued thing. You're going to figure out who you're helping. You're going to figure out what you're helping them with, how you are doing so, like the mechanism of doing it. Pre-framing is what I set up here of something that's actually of value to not be forgettable. And then proving that it's something that works and making it genuinely good. Okay? So just to walk you through this right now, if you're putting together this free community, you're going to figure out what the community is helping, like who is going to be going through this community. For example, I have communities where it's like, I help fathers lose weight. That's one, right? I help fathers. I help mothers. I help kids. I help a specific person. Pick a specific person. And then you're going to figure out what you're helping that specific person with. So what's the problem that person experiences? It's going to be losing weight, gaining muscle, strength, dieting. It's going to be some specific thing. How you're going to solve that problem. So the mechanism, if it's through a diet, if it's through a specific workout plan, if it's through something, figure it out, get specific, pre-frame that, prove that it works, and then actually make the content in there genuinely good. This is honestly, it sounds sad, but this is the least important part. It's the least important part. You may say, hey, Ashton, people are going to go through the course. People will go through the course, maybe a little bit, but like I said up here with the consumer purchasing cycle, people will get the most dopamine from just having it rather than actually using it. Okay, cool. So when you make this course, still put a lot of value. Make sure, you're giving away your biggest insights. Put as much value as you can into this because the people that do go through it and the people that will maybe take the time, maybe take the effort and go through it, you need to provide everything you can. You need to kind of put your heart on the line in that sense and really give more than you think you should give because it's going to help a lot. For example, if you know what HubSpot is like a customer CRM. HubSpot, massive company. Let's see, market. $31 billion company, massive company. They started off pretty much giving away a lot of free courses, and they still do give away a lot of free courses. And the way they do that is when these marketers, when these people, they come and they take marketing courses, they come and they take these free courses, and after they're done that course and they need a software, do you think that they're going to go, oh, I'm going to use another software, or do you think they're just going to go to HubSpot because they took the free course with them? That's reciprocity, and that's what we're going after. Okay? So pretty much, how do you frame this? How do you make this school community, etc.? You're going to pretty much get specific on exactly what's happening in the course. For example, building muscle course for skinny entrepreneurs who want to get stronger mentally and make more money. Get specific. I can type one out right here. It could be losing fat for dads who losing belly fats for dads, something like that, etc. What you want to realize though is when you're actually figuring out who you're helping and what you're helping them with, you have to. I know you can get really deep into exactly the marketing and the copywriting behind this, but you have to realize that when people are actually pretty much buying and going through your stuff, they're not actually buying losing weight from you. They're buying the end goal. So after have gone through the product or service, what are they getting? If I go and I, let's say I sign up with a marketing agency and they get me a bunch of clients and I have a lot of money now that I have a bunch of clients, right? What that's going to give me is that's not going to give me more money. That's going to give me more power. That's going to give me more independence. That's going to give me curiosity to what am I getting from that, right? Am I going to get acceptance from some people? Am I going to be able to explore the earth? Am I going to be able to get all these things that money leads to? And that's what you're selling with this, right? So you're giving away here. You have to figure out stronger mentally and make more money. You have to figure out exactly who you're helping and the specific want from that person and really appeal to that, right? Because people want to lose weight. Sure, they want to lose weight, but you have to realize that people want other things more. And even though they think, oh, I want to lose weight, subconsciously they want that other thing more. And you have to kind of feed that to them. Cool. So let's move on to lever number 2. So that was lever number 1. Oh. Lever number 1 was all about reciprocity. So giving to get. That is lever number 1. And let's move on to lever number 2. This is a really big one, and this one's really important. All right, so we are at lever number 2. What lever number 2 is now that we've given something away for free and we're giving away the school community for free, like what is actually the purpose of that? Because, we can give stuff away for free, but how does that lead to more money? How does that lead to us getting something on the back end? So pretty much lever number 2 is all about owning attention. And this is the strategy that massive companies are using all the time right now, etc. So pretty much if you have no data around the prospect, if you don't know anything about your prospect, if you can't call that prospect, if you can't email that prospect, you don't own the attention. So what a lot of people will do is they'll try to get a lot of followers. They'll try to get a bunch of YouTube subscribers. And even though that's good, let's say their account gets shut down, they have nothing now because all of their data lived on that platform. So pretty much what data allows you to do is it allows you to reach your people when you want to reach them and kind of how you want to reach them. So think of like Andrew Tate. Pretty much he got banned and, his business was going from I think he was at $10 million a month to basically nothing, right? So he got totally screwed. So what we want to do is we want to own the attention and data of that person. And that's actually why having this free community is really good. Because when people sign up, we're going to be getting certain things from them that allows us to own their data, own their email, phone number, etc. Think about how many people you have in your email who send you emails maybe once a day, once a week, etc. Those people own your data, right? That is way more valuable than Facebook owning your data or Instagram owning your data, right? If you stay on Instagram and your account gets banned, it's difficult, right? Why is this, like, what's the point of doing this? Because pretty much what you're doing is you're turning an eyeball into a lead. And that is the first step in the marketing process. The first step in making money and going from $0, I don't know who you are, to potentially making money, is turning that random person into somebody you can call a lead. And that lead is somebody that you could sell something to and who could and has shown maybe a little bit of interest in actually what you're selling. So if we have a school collecting all of the data and there is interactivity present with Reciprocity and they're a live hot lead, this quickly turns into a very high leverage form of getting clients, right? So they are getting value. They feel like they have to pay you back. You own their data. There's a lot of things going on here that are working in your favor to get that person hooked on what you're selling. Pretty much what we're going to do is we are putting, for example, this link for this community, for the school community, owning attention everywhere in our bios. So for example, if you check out Alex Hormozy, he has the same link everywhere, and that one link brings everyone to his book. You are now going to do the same with this community, and you're going to own the attention of those people. You're going to own the data of those people who join the community, and you're going to build this community up to something big. The more people you have in this community, the more money you will make. Okay? Even though it's free. I know. Sounds crazy. But I'm going to show you how to actually set up the Reciprocity school funnel, is what I call it, and get people in there. So this is how to actually own the attention and own the data. I'm going to walk you through the process, show you how to get somebody from that, I don't know who you are, to the end of the marketing stage, or to the first step of the marketing stage, and then actually convert to make money. Okay, so number one you have to realize is your school name is really important. So although this pretty much may not seem fully important, it's very critical, because pretty much what it does is it identifies the problem and allows people to find you, etc. Because if I look up your name on Google, there's a few other things that come up other than maybe your LinkedIn, your YouTube, Instagram, and then school is promoting a lot of organic search traffic as well. So make sure that you have your name in the actual school, is like the school name for people to find, and pretty much make it something that sounds good. So for example, like Fat Loss Secrets, and then your name. Adam Smith, Dieting Fast 101. Something like that. Number two, there should be no friction in joining the process. It should be clear. It should be straightforward. It shouldn't be confusing. It should be, hey, if you want in the community, it's this step, this step, this step. Okay? And pretty much all group names should start with your brand and company name, immediately followed by one thing that sets you apart. So use keywords that describe your biggest, most painful problem and include their desired outcome. Each word should also begin with a capital letter. Just basic stuff. Cool. So this is how to get people in the community and use the community to get people in, your bank account and actually make money from that. So when people are joining the community and they're entering the community, you're going to pretty much do something and you're pretty much going to make them go through something. And what that is, it's the mandatory survey and the viewing to ensure quality and commitment. You cannot have people just join the community and not say anything about themselves, not say why they're here. They have to be educated about what you do, how you do it, etc. If people are just coming in and they don't know anything about anything, they're not going to value. You have to educate them in order for them to value you, right? Reciprocity, remember this. Look at Jesus, for example. He educated people on Christianity. They valued him. So what we're doing is we're trying to educate here. So as soon as they join the community, they're going to have to watch a VSL. They're going to have to watch a video. This video is going to basically sell them on booking a call. This call is going to be about your high ticket service, right? So what you're going to do is this is pretty much the breakdown of the VSL. So, hey, if you want X result in Y time, you have a hook, proof of concept, disqualifier. It's going to be something, I know I'm going into a lot of detail here, but disqualifier, like if you want results overnight, this is not for you, etc. Something like that. And then offer more help. I know I'm giving this away for free, but if you want faster results, something bigger, book a call, CT of the call. That is pretty much what's going to happen when they get into the community. But pretty much the way you set it up is if you go in school, there in the plugin section, there's going to be something called a membership form, admission form. You're going to set that up. And what you're going to do is you're going to make them go through the survey initially when they're getting in. What's it going to be? It's going to be, first question, what are your goals? These are pretty much all the goals that there could be in fitness. And then it's, do you want me to send you a case study of how I got X result in Y time? Get their email. Own data, right? So they're going to watch this video when they're in the community. But before they get into the community, they have to go through this survey. So I am doing this kind of wrong in terms of the process here. But pretty much, they have that entrance survey. They pretty much, do you want me to send you a case study? And then you're going to ask for permissions to jump in the DMs. I help moms lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks. It's a cool to message you on Instagram with more details. Get their IG. So now you have their email and their IG. And then once they're in, they're going to watch that video sales letter to really get in, book that call for that high ticket program. So that's how you set up your school community. That's how you get pretty much everything going here. So your goal is to own attention. Your goal is to get their email, their phone number potentially, their Instagram. You want to own who they are so you can contact them, etc. You're wanting to turn that eyeball into a lead. That's the first step in the marketing process. Funnel everything towards that one link, and then make sure you have a little bit of an entrance process. It's not just click a button and you're in. It's, hey, this is the process to get in, etc. And this is going to be for free. This school community is going to be for free, but in order to get in for free, they have to go through the steps. If they're not willing to do that, then I'm sorry, bye-bye. Very straightforward. Now, we're going to jump in to lever number 3. And this is probably where the most leverage actually comes in terms of scaling quick and getting the most people in this community. Because we can set up this community and have it look beautiful with our video sales letter, amazing. But if we don't have hundreds of people, thousands of people in this community, then we're not going to be able to validate our systems. It's going to be shit. We're not going to make any money. So we need water flowing into the bucket in order for us, we need water in the river flowing to the lake. We need that. If we don't have that, then we don't even have a lake. What's the point in having a lake, right? We need river flow, okay? So we know where to send the traffic and how to send the traffic, but where does the traffic come from in the most leveraged way? There's many ways to do it. Let's jump into it. So if you made it this far in the video and are going to apply these steps, just know that you are farther than 90% of fitness coaches or health coaches. Most fitness coaches are pushing a discount code or some dumb sponsorship that pays them. So what fitness coaches are doing is they're posting organically and they're pushing people to like Young LA. They're pushing people to some sort of supplement. It doesn't work. They'll maybe make around 5 to 10K a month from that. They won't pull in 150K a month from that. It's not super leveraged, right? So now that we have the bucket for the water to flow, what's the best way to get the water, right? How do we get the most amount of water in this bucket and make the most amount of money? Number 1, no posting into oblivion. So just basic, stop posting so much. There's no point in spamming people this much, right? Number 2, likes and comments do not pay your rent. People say, "Oh, look, I got 200,000 likes on my photo," and they're making $2,000 a month, right? Audience size doesn't matter unless you are not actively using those people, using that data to make more money. So I had this client named Angelina. She's still one of my clients. And before I started working with her, she was posting like 7 days of the week. She would do Thursday and Friday. She would post those were her content days. 24 hours, 12 hours on Thursday, 12 hours on Friday of just posting. And she was stuck at $6,000 a month. She had 20,000 followers. She was growing her following count by a decent amount, but she was stuck at 6K a month for the past forever, right? And I'm like, why are you posting? Like, do you know why you're posting so much? And she couldn't answer me. She's just like, oh, that's how I thought it worked. And it's not. And then I have another one of my clients named John who literally has like just under 2,000 followers, like 1,800, and he makes like 25K a month. How is that possible? It's very simple, because likes and comments do not pay for your rent. Attention does not directly lead to money unless you're able to utilize that attention properly, which we are doing with this community, with this reciprocity funnel, as I say, and using reciprocity with this value in a way that actually works. Cool. So, number 3, this is the process. Oh my God, what am I doing? Let me underline that. Okay. So, the only reason you would post endlessly is because your product isn't competitive. It's because what you were doing is the same as everyone else. So, in order to stay competitive, you have to build this audience. This is why people post a lot. This is why people post a lot of reels, post all day, is because they know that they're very similar to other people, so they have to compete on volume. Because your offer is incredible with our free school, and it's a lot of value, right? We're going to be just running ads directly to this free community. Your offer will be the following. Market call out. Do you want X result in Y time? I'm giving away all my secrets for free in X process. It's X value, but free now. And then CTA, the community, right? So instead of posting all day because you know you're the same as everyone else, because you know that you have to compete on the amount of times you post, and you have to compete because you know you're the same fitness influencer as everyone else, kind of sucks, right? But if your offer is so good in this, and you know the school community provides a lot of value and is totally free, and you know that you're going to have a lot of people who get value from this, and just having that, like I said, with that consumer, psychology of how people think, that is going to be an attractive offer. We're just going to leverage it and send money to them with ads. So why buy traffic? What's the point in buying traffic? Because I hear tons of people always saying, oh, ads don't work. Ads are pointless. I know X person who uses this ad. I know this person, and then they suck, right? And here's why I'm spending more than you on ads, and I'm literally killing you. I'm spending a lot of money on ads. I'm spending just under 5 figures a month on ads. And here's exactly why I'm doing so. Because number one, Instagram is a data scraper. It's scraping data all the time, right? People think that Instagram is like a connective. Oh, I'm going to connect with John who lives in Australia and have this cool community. No, it's not that at all. Instagram is a data scraper. I don't think you even know what Instagram, like you're on the app all the time, but you don't know how it works. Instagram, Facebook, they're all data scrapers. Pretty much Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, I call it the all-seeing eye. So, for example, when you're scrolling on Reels, when you're going through your feed, Instagram is tracking your eyes, it's tracking your touch, it's tracking the time you spend on certain videos, what that video is most likely correlated to show you other videos. It's pretty much, its goal is to keep you on the app the longest, right? And when you're on the app the longest, you're exposed to more ads. And they will feed you the ads that they know are most likely to correlate with your profile. So Meta's the all-seeing eye. And if you look at a company like Meta, $1.2 trillion company, that's like bigger than most countries in terms of market cap, right? And then you look at a company like Lemlist, which provides emails, or MailChimp, for example. These are not data scraping services, but you're pretty much sending out cold emails. You're pretty much sending out cold applications to people. You have to get the data and put it into these services to send it. MailChimp, you have to get the emails to send the emails. Lemlist is worth, I think, like 2 billion or something. It's a lot smaller than 1.24 trillion. Why is that? Because Meta has data. They own a bunch of data. They know exactly who you are. They know what you're most likely to purchase. They know what ads you're most likely to click on, and they sell that data to the advertisers. Okay? Lemlist, for example, you don't have access to billions of people of data that you can access for a price. I can access $1.24 trillion worth of data for a very low price. You could never do that in history. That's impossible. You would never be able to do that ever. Imagine this. Imagine it's 12th century. It's 1,000 years ago, 800 years ago. Okay. And I came up to you and I said, hey, with only this much money, you can talk to 1 billion people. You would think, okay, yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy. But it's possible, right? Anyone and their mom could do this. So pretty much when you market, you get a message, you get your, message, your offer in front of your audience, and there's a conversion, right? This is what we're doing. Meta takes care of 2 of these problems. They will take your message and find the people who are most likely to buy that. And that's done by AI. It reads your ad. It goes in, even if it's an audio ad, it reads everything, finds certain keywords. Oh, this is a fitness ad. This fitness ad is for moms. Okay, I'm going to go find the moms who are most likely to resonate with this style of advertisements. Oh, this person is not really working with this kind of ad. Okay, let me try this person. And it's going and testing hundreds, thousands, millions of variables all at once. And it's giving it a method to convert. Click on the ad, jump into school. Easy, right? Even if you think about it like this, Meta wants you to make a ton of money. They want happy paying customers. They want happy paying customers, so they will spend the most money possible money to make the targeting and conversions 100% accurate and on point, because they want you to be a continued customer. They want you to make a lot of money with Meta so that you'll come back and keep purchasing ads from them. Okay, so a company like Lemlist, a company like MailChimp, they don't own the data. That's why they're not a $1.24 trillion company. So if you just buy into this database of data to get people, because your offer is so good and it's a free offer, you're going to get a ton of people in here. That is the basic point, and it's super straightforward. Okay, so we went through a lot today. We went through the 3 levers. What are the 3 levers again? We're going to go through it right here. Number 1 is reciprocity. You have to remember that reciprocity is everything. Number two, you have to realize that you have to own data. If people are still wanting to repay you, if people are wanting that free thing from you, you still have to get their data. Very basic. And number 3, in order to get those people in, you have to use a leveraged form of acquisition. You cannot be sending cold DMs. You cannot be posting all day organically. You have to spread your offer on ads and pay the money. Shut up, put $50 a day behind it and pay the money. Okay, cool. So what is the homework? Number 1, create a school community. If you already have a school community, great. Make sure that school community is free. And there you go. Number 2 is all paths lead to Rome. All links to this free community, everything is going to be linked to this free community. Your Instagram profile bio, Facebook, everything is for this free community. Get people in there, etc. Number 3, pay for eyeballs to get this free offer. Pay for ads, make everything. Make sure that you are saying exactly, hey, like the process I gave you up here of mark a call out. Do you want X result in Y time? This is the basic offer of what you're going to be saying in your ad. And then number 4, realize that you're going to get paid in correlation to what you give for free. Give massive value, get massive value. Even me making this video right here, I want you to view me as someone that you could potentially give back to me, right? Because I'm giving you all this value. It's taken me a long time to learn this. It's taken me mentorship. It's taken me money. It paid people to learn this sort of information, and I'm giving it to you totally for free. Does that make sense? I am doing this not just to give value for free, but to also potentially maybe get something in return in the future. Now, I don't know. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So if you have a school community right now, if you are building a school community, follow the steps in this, get a lot of value in that community, own the data, make sure you own the data, very important part, own the data, make sure you can contact those people, make that onboarding process in the school community, buy ads to get people in there, and then there you go. And then you're going to make a ton of money from that process. So remember this, I cannot make this community good. You have got to make it the best you can. You may have to pivot based on the receptivity of your offer, and it may be shit initially. So if you launch this and your offer and it just doesn't work, you may have to pivot and test somebody else. You may have to test another. If you're doing fat loss for moms, try fat loss for dads. It may be your messaging, but it's definitely not your offer because this is free, and free things move quick. You have to frame it correctly, test, etc. I know that part will be a little bit tricky and there's certain things you have to do, but if you need help with this, if you're a fitness coach, if you're a health coach, and you want something like this, I only take in about 5 new clients a month. I go down, book a call. Pretty much I walk you through the entire process. In the call, I show you exactly how to do this. I have like tons of clients that I do this for. So for me, I don't need to test as much as somebody like you. You're going to have to try this, try that, try that. It's going to take you a longer process. If you go down, book a call with me, I'm pretty much going to walk you through the entire process totally for free. And I'm going to pitch you. So that's pretty much the process. I only take on 5 new clients a month. I don't know where you are, how you are watching this, but that's pretty much it. I appreciate you watching this video, and I appreciate you sticking around for the 40 minutes here. Cheers.